Every great city in the world can trace its origin to a river basin, be it London on the banks of Thames or Rome on the banks of Tiber and Harappa on the Indus. All these cities are based on perennial rivers that have sustained the cities for centuries. The rivers were lifelines of the cities which sustained and enriched them. Like all great cities, Hyderabad originated on the banks of a river. The river Musi has played a very important role in the evolution of Hyderabad as a city. The river Musi starts its journey in the Anantagiri Hills in Vikarabad. This river, also known as Manchukonda River, is a tributary of the Krishna River that flows through the Deccan Plateau through the state of Telangana. Though it is a calm, contracted and smooth stream flowing through the city, it is well known to wreak havoc when flooded. The foundation of the city of Hyderabad along the river Musi was first laid under the aegis of the Qutub Shahi kings. The Qutub Shahi kings opened a glorious chapter in the chronicles of Hyderabad when their then Crown Prince Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah fell madly in love with the dancer and laid the foundation for the city and called it Bhagyanagar after his love Bhagmati. The prince and his love were married, after which the queen changed her name to Hyder Mahal, which prompted the young sultan to rename his city Hyderabad. The Musi divided the Golconda from Bhagyanagar and a bridge was built on the river to unite the newly founded city with the might of Golconda. The first bridge ever to be built on the Musi was the Purana Pul, meaning Old Bridge, built in early 17th century under the reign of Ibrahim Qutub Shah. It is speculated to be built by Sultan Ibrahim to help his son cross the city with the rigors of crossing treacherous waters. It is one of the oldest bridges in South India. The city concept was planned on gridiron pattern reflective of well-related pressings with an iconic monument as the main facade. He also ordered the construction of Charminar in 1591, a tall structure to observe the urban development and to keep watch of the river banks flooding the nearby areas, causing epidemics of grave nature. The Qutub Shahi dynasty ended with the Mughal attack on the Golconda fort in the year 1687. The aftermath of the attack led to the rise of the Nizam Asaf Jahi dynasty. The architectural style of Hyderabad was then greatly influenced by the Nizams. The monuments around Hyderabad that we see today are a result of a blend between Qutub Shahi and Asaf Jahi dynasties. Many notable historical monuments of the bygone era stand tall on the banks of the Musi. These monuments include the City College, the Salarjung Museum, High Court of the Telangana State, the Central Library and the Osmania General Hospital. The City College is one of the first monuments along the river Musi that still stand today. The Government City College stands on the south bank of the river Musi between Puranapul and Nayapul. It is an architecturally imposing building commissioned by the Nizam Osman Ali Khan Asaf Jah VII in the year 1919. The imposing structure is famous for its architectural synthesis, the harmonious blending of the pillar and lintel styles of Ajanta and Ellora caves with the elegant indoor Saracen arches of superstructure and facade to represent the composite culture of Hyderabad. It is three-storied structure with a large central archway and parapets with many onion domes supported by brackets as well as corbels and lintels in the Hindu style of architecture. The building has four imposing arched entrances and has been built around 6 courts. These small courtyard spaces provide both natural light and ventilation to the classrooms. The High Court stands on the south bank of the river Musi next to the City College. This is one of the finest buildings in the city, built in red and white stones in Saracenic style, also by Nizam VII Mir Osama Ali Khan, the ruler of the princely state of Hyderabad. The State Central Library began in 1891 due to the efforts of Maulvi Syed Hussain Bilkrami, Nawab Imadul Mulk Bahadur, whose personal library formed the institution's initial core. The library was rebuilt along the lines of the Grand Palace in Afzalganj on the bank of the Musi. These monuments depict the grandeur of the Nizami architecture, culture, and integrity. The Musi River plays a very important part in uniting these monuments. The constant flow of the river signifies the architectural immortality and keeps alive the memories of the past.